Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Warcast. We're in a February/March edition. We're back from a little bit of a hiatus. Hope you're having a great 2016. Joining me today, we have myself, WarriorofSparta, Lionheart, and our guest this week, the one, the only, Pixelated Attila.
Hello, hello.
Did you like that little?
Yeah, I did.
Sports
That was
introduction?
it.
Yeah.
I'm happy now.
Can you
I'm happy to be here.
can you tell them to grab their snacks?
Oh yeah. Be sure, guys. We'll probably be here for a while. Make sure you get your snacks and drinks, because it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. Mostly because I'm here.
Oh,
No, but seriously, why did it take me so long to get on the Warcast?
you weren't big
I
enough
kept
for.
saying no.
I'm a little bit offended.
I kept rejecting it, but then
Yeah, I had to veto it every time. We have like a Warcast Council of Elders. I just went up to them and it just came back every time. It's like, nah.
We
I'm
pushed
glad
it through the Senate this time. We pushed it through.
Okay, good.
I am the Senate.
Overruled. But yeah.
All right, so thanks for watching, guys.
I was just gonna say.
So this month's episode today we are covering basically a couple of the Warhammer announcements that have been made over the new year up until now, and then yeah, and then we're going to be talking about games that we're looking forward to coming out this year, and yeah, go from there pretty much. So
What did Warrior say? I didn't hear him.
I said Rambler went to Vancouver.
Yeah. What? No, what did you? Huh? No, yeah, I've been in Vancouver since October.
you said you got laid, mate. You said you got laid.
Oh.
I'm just gonna put everyone out of their misery right now.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Sorry. Please continue.
Ding. Yeah. So Warhammer announcements. There's been quite a few.
Wait, what is this? Warhammer?
Warhammer, yeah, mate. The
haven't heard about
that
that
next Total War game.
Oh, this is the
one.
next one. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the next one. So there's been a fair few announcements, some more controversial than others. There's been technology blogs. They've done some updated FAQs, and obviously they've done their region occupation blog to talk about how in Warhammer you don't have the option with each race to conquer the whole world. WarriorofSparta's done an extensive video on that. By and large, highly recommend you go check that out. I mean, for me, my opinion on it partly is one, I want to play it and see how it actually works, because written down to how it actually works in game, that'll take some getting used to. But I don't necessarily mind if my end goal isn't to conquer the whole world, or that isn't an option, if there's plenty of other things to keep me busy. And they've put a lot of emphasis on their quests that you'll have and the quest chains, and getting different magical items. So if that keeps me busy, then I'm quite happy with that. I mean, Apollo, what are your thoughts?
Well, I feel like I'm not the best person to ask for this, because I'm not a huge single player campaign let's player. I enjoy online usually more, but I'm actually looking kind of forward to this. It's something somewhat new. I understand why some people are pretty upset with it, but I'm kind of on the fence, where I'm just like, let's wait and see how this turns out.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, what about you, Rambler?
Regional occupation, is that?
Yeah, kind of like your feelings on it, and potentially the other features that might take up your time if you're not busy conquering the whole map.
I think it's fine. I've never really conquered the whole map anyway. I tend to.
I mean, that was the big kind of one of the big argument points that they outlined in their blog. That was the percentage of players that actually go on to conquer the whole map
Very small.
isn't particularly that high. But then I guess it always comes back to should it at least be a choice for the player to be able to do that if they want to.
If it didn't fit in with CA's vision of the game, then no.
I think that's what we're seeing here, though. We're seeing quite a different vision from CA for this Total War title.
Well, I remember WarriorofSparta saying, what were you saying, that everything changes or something, like that they write the very first like announcement or something. Everything,
Yeah,
the rules have
The rules have
changed.
changed, and technically
Yeah.
they have. Yeah, that is. I think we should take it more than just a slogan. It is actually a case. It's a lot different in so many ways. So,
And
yeah, absolutely.
is that so bad? I mean, for the last 15 years, we've essentially, by and large, okay, there's been graphical updates and some substantial changes here and there, but, you know, copy and paste the core features to a different era each time. In a way, I know that's sort of what they're doing with Warhammer, but this is the first time it is monstrous creatures and just the magic and the whole thing
Heroes.
is a lot. There's a lot bigger or more major change with going to this setting than going to Europe in a different time zone. I think. And if they've got a different direction to take this first of the trilogy, I mean, they even said in the blog that this potential restriction, as it were, of not necessarily being able to conquer all the other territories with each faction may not even necessarily be there for the other two games in the planned trilogy. So, I mean, they're trying something different. I'm all up for that if it works.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that, and I hope there's enough there in the games to keep you entertained and not interested, but busy.
Yeah.
To not have to worry about the regional restrictions you're going to have.
Was it the example they give, Al Bickham's campaign? He's got like, is it 10 holds after?
I suppose I'm not. That's it.
After loads of different, after 300 turns, he's got like 10 holds or something like that. And it looks like there's a lot of raising that's gone on, which assumably it goes on to give the narrative what's just happened is that there's been a huge chaos invasion, which makes sense that chaos will just destroy everything in its path. That's cool, and because it actually terraforms the landscape as well. But like, what the hell has Al been doing for 300 turns? You know, I'm interested in finding out what's he been doing. Like, is there a recorded Let's Play of this somewhere? Because what's he been up to? If he's been super busy and there's been loads of other things for him to do,
Great.
Fantastic. You know, he's not spent 300 turns, take these ones and sit where I am. Hopefully he's been really busy. There's been quests, there's been magical items, missions and things all to do, and it's been like Game of Thrones level of intrigue and backstabbing and everything going on. And if that's what's there, then you're not going to have time to conquer the whole map. So
yeah, I definitely think it's kind of refreshing in a way, like to change it up, because it seems like lately with the newer Total War titles is they're dumbing down the mechanics of campaign. You know, it's like it's so easy to do diplomacy now. You know, just instead of sending a diplomat, which, you know, is kind of tedious sometimes, but I like that. I like that you have to search for the faction, and it's a little bit, there's like more to it in the older older titles, but with this one, who knows? It could be like really in depth. It could be really immersive, you know, even though you can't control every region or capture.
Be a pain in the arse if your diplomat died halfway there.
That would be.
was just eaten by a wyvern or something like that. Just swoops down, lunch. I've got to admit, I did quite like the diplomat agent though from like Medieval 2, because he was almost like when you got him eventually to a city, he almost like established like an embassy or something like that. I quite like that. Whereas like since Empire onwards, it's been just this instant like send a telegram, which
it doesn't work, is it? Yeah.
I mean, more modern eras, like I could definitely understand that it would be far more easier for nations to communicate. But like Rome and Attila,
too,
I would have thought that you would send like a trade embargo convoy or you know something kind of on that level.
Well, yeah, because remember the Hannibal at the Gates trailer when they sent an emissary to Carthage.
I give you peace. I give you war.
And that is exactly what it was. But now it's send a telegram. Pew.
Yeah.
You didn't even get that up. You don't have that in Rome 2, do you? You have to click a
do
button,
wish.
that's it.
Yeah, I wish there was like more dynamic, like, oh, we have lots of salt over here, and then we can trade you for whatever you have, you know, a little bit more dynamic trading and stuff. And it would be really cool if you could like capture other diplomats and then like bribe them to to declare war on another faction.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what the trade mechanics are like in this Warhammer and what the resources would be like. Obviously, mead and beer for the dwarves probably, and
Teeth. for
Meat off the bone.
Greenskins.
yeah, mine. But from what we've seen so far, we've seen a lot, and it's a lot of variation there. A lot of variation between the races. So I think there's quite a bit that we'll be impressed with, and it will give you that very unique flavour. And when I said in my video about depth more than any other game, I think that's definitely the case with this, because from what I've seen, every single campaign is really different. There's different mechanics with every campaign as well. So, in Rome 2, you had a kind of a generic system, didn't you? A generic setup for or template for every single campaign. Every race had relatively the same thing, but with Warhammer, I've seen a lot of difference with every single one so far. So yeah, good.
Definitely. Cool. Well,
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah.
Take care.
No, next bit. So yeah, I mean, if you guys have got any, comments relating to that, then feel free to let us know. Love to read them. We've also got they've had quite a few technology blogs being released, and again, I know Warrior's been covering these quite extensively, but they've been releasing, and again, kind of on that diversity between the different factions, the technology seems to reflect differently for the different races. So like the dwarves are more aimed at unit production and kind of like building up their actual their actual tech. And I think the Empire technology we saw, that was a bit more kind of standard between like civic and military, bit more normal looking.
Yeah. It was that with the Empire, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the Empire is different in terms of everything, because you've got to have buildings that will give you prerequisites for. So you have to construct these certain buildings to then get the next layer or the next
tech.
level, I should say, of tech. A prerequisite is definitely needed for every single of those, technologies in the Empire, which is totally different again to previous games and to the other factions on the game.
Whereas the greenskins are all about war and fightiness based tech to just improve their ability to war all across.
And they will push them forward. Yeah, absolutely. They will push forward with their technology, but it'd be more crude than you would think an Empire tech tree or Dwarven tech tree would be.
And I mean, the only thing we know about Vampire Counts, I'm reading from the technology tree or tech development tech blog, is that it's rumoured that the vampires have managed to get their hands on 4 cursed tomes of great power, and the necromancer underlings toil endlessly in forbidden libraries to decipher the unholy secrets contained therein. So that magical element, perhaps, within those tomes. Be interesting to see how different the vampire counts when we eventually get to the Ides of March, it would seem.
Yeah, I think that's really cool, like how different they are. It's going to be pretty interesting. Just like, it's going to be really dynamic when it comes to strategies and like taking on certain factions and how to weaken them and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's it's 15th of March can't come soon enough, really, I think. And I don't know.
What is the whole thing with the Ides of March? Does anyone actually what is that reference of?
Caesar, isn't it? You know that.
I'm just
the Ides?
Getting it to the people that may not know.
It's a day on the Roman calendar that corresponds to the 15th of March. It was marked by several religious observances and became notorious as the date of the assassination of Julius Caesar in 44 BC. The death of Caesar made the Ides of March a turning point in Roman history as one of the events that marked the transitions from the historical period known as the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire. So that's what Wikipedia says.
Cool. So somehow vampires are tying in. Undead
Maybe they
Caesar?
kill Karl Franz or something.
Yeah. All I know is that it could be a great Halloween special.
Halloween special. That was it though, wasn't it? We were all thinking like Halloween last year must have vampire counts.
Yeah, but I'm thinking when we see them and play them, you got some great games on that day.
But no, November, December, January, February, so like 5 months after we thought they'd be shown.
Yeah.
2 months before release, or 1 month actually.
Instead, they give us the pre-order chaos stuff,
Yeah.
which obviously
We don't know much about really. Obviously, I know we've seen the roster, and we've seen the legendary laws and a little bit about them, but we haven't really seen much besides that. I don't know if that's because they're worried to release any more information about them.
So
considering the feedback, or
Yeah, I
Are they-
imagine they're not going to touch that.
Is Chaos a bit more nomadic?
yes, they're more like the Attila, more like the Huns and
Okay.
Yeah, horde-based
Yeah.
mechanics.
So okay.
Oh yeah.
And expect that
That makes
raising
sense.
across the world to come back.
I think they're trying to please the gods, aren't they? A lot more. I think it's all about trying to
The Chaos God.
play to the gods, isn't it? And
Yeah.
get a good report from them.
Burn a few settlements and you'll get an A.
Someone called Support Lionheart X10 has just subscribed to me on YouTube.
Well, you should do exactly what it says and support Lionheart X10. So
You'd be surprised how many Lionhearts I've seen in my comments. Like
I
there's
got-
someone who's Lionheart Space X10.
wow, that's not my 300th alternate account or
Yeah.
anything.
Your soccer.
Yeah,
account.
I actually got a message just before we started recording this by a guy called Lionheart 09. I was like, hi, and he was like, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I was like, cool.
With that name,
What are you going to call it? He's not calling it Lionheart, so I was like, you're safe. You're safe. It's fine. But yeah, so I think they talked about the Bright Wizard briefly. They were showing some stuff on their Instagram account, weren't they, as well? They've been doing some small teasers over there. I know you did a quick video on the Bright
follow.
Wizard.
yeah, Bright Wizard, the extra new units that are coming in, which is good again. You know, the fact that we've had the rosters now, we've been given them.
They've been
quite
updated,
in-depth,
haven't they, since we last did
but
a
they've been
Warcast?
updated, and that's because they've gone into the beta stage of testing now. They're out of alpha, and they've allowed us to, or it has allowed them to give us some more units. We've got the Mortar, we've got the Rock Lobber, we've got the Bright Wizard, we've got the Runesmith.
Yes.
We've also got the Gyro Bomber, which we're seeing now, which is an upgrade to the, or difference in slightly to the Gyrocopter. So yeah, there's quite a few that they've come in now with.
Yeah.
So
I've seen
excellent. And these are not DLC because everyone's saying, oh, you paid $7.99 for that. No, we don't. It's part of the game from vanilla. So that will be good stuff.
Although I've seen some comments potentially about the nightly orders not being included yet, so that may well be.
They are.
Oh yeah.
The Empire Knights are in there. Is that what you're talking about?
I think so. That's the comment I was
Because
looking at.
they are part of the garrison in that Empire trailer of the campaign.
Oh, the campaign video. Yeah, there were
So-
some in there, weren't there?
Yeah, so therefore I would expect them to be a recruitable unit as well.
But they just haven't added that to the roster yet. They're keeping some things.
Keeping it safe, keep it secret.
I wouldn't think they'd just be a garrison unit. I
Yeah.
don't think they'd just be a garrison unit.
Although in that video they showed that there's a steam tank as part of the garrison unit in
Well, yeah, I
in
suppose it
Altdorf
would
if you
be
upgraded it
get
to the
high
max
tech,
level.
Yeah, it would be, I suppose, wouldn't it?
I mean, it does seem a bit odd though that they're kind of leaving some of these units off the lists, and there's not a lot of
Maybe it's a
explanation to
case
it.
of maybe it's all behind the scenes testing and balancing and making
Maybe
sure.
they're like,
it's-
they're like, we don't know if we can actually use these units yet.
yeah, 'cause it's all definitely a big change for them, isn't it? This is all
Yeah.
new. But yeah, I think I like to see how strong this steam tank is actually, because it seems to be hyped up. It's going to be mega powerful. The steam tank. I don't know.
Because there's only like 3 in the world.
Something like
right?
that, yeah.
Is there?
There's meant to be only a few left.
So I'm sure they're going to be like really hard to get or expensive.
But if you lose one, how gutting is that? You're like, I've only got 2 left potentially.
There's only 3. Like, come on. You had one job to protect the Steam.
Yeah.
One job.
Just get full of Gork stamping on it. That was what happened in the Blackfire Pass gameplay video demo they did, I think. That came down. It killed that and the Luminesque of
Yeah.
Hish.
Hish, that's the one.
Yeah. I don't remember Warhammer, but I seem to remember everything they're coming out with at the moment. So
Yeah.
yeah,
On point.
it's good. It's good.
You also had in that Empire campaign video Carl Franz on an Imperial Pegasus, so he hadn't unlocked Deathclaw yet.
Yeah,
And
that's really good. Yeah.
It looks like there's going to be quite a few different mounts. So I mean, what would be your mount of choice?
Flying elephant.
Rambler.
Flying elephant.
Flying elephant.
Flying elephants.
Flying elephant.
Oh, my choice of Mount Warrior. Yes.
Dumbo.
Dumbo. I don't mind a lovely lady every now and then. Sorry.
So
I just envision like
today
Carl going into battle like
on a woman.
on a woman.
Oh my God.
Just
No,
like
no,
Carl.
Half woman, half hornet, or something like that.
What
Hornet.
mounts
Something
are
like-
available? Actually, no. Zombie dragon. Zombie dragon.
Zombie dragon.
Yeah.
Because that's what everyone went crazy over in that Greenskin campaign map trailer. Like there was just, you could see the zombie dragon very briefly in like the bottom left hand corner.
Yeah.
That looked badass.
Yeah, that looked cool.
So I'd want to play as a zombie dragon
Or flying elephants.
or flying elephants. Yes.
Or the giant spider.
Yeah, for an Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I know. I think.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, go on. Go on.
No, I was just gonna say I still need to learn all the mounts. Not even sure what's all out there. Could be like
It's-
flying turtles. Like who knows?
Go for
It
flying
just seems
turtle.
really in depth. It seems really in depth. The tech tree seems really in depth. Sorry, not the tech tree. Sorry, the character skills, the general skills. It seems to be that it's 32 skills per lord. So I think you'll find, especially as well in terms of the certain tech trees like Dwarven tech tree, you may find that you'll just do one playthrough going through one direction and then another playthrough going a different direction because there's
That's
so
true.
much more in it.
Yeah.
And these unlocks, I mean, I saw them at the top. There's so many of them to do quest chains with. And those quest chains, I don't know how many they're going to have in terms of battles within those quests themselves, but it's not going to be one battle and it's done.
Yeah, that's just to start it, isn't it? And you get a
to
series
try-
of missions.
Yeah. To try and get Pegasus, you've got to go through a series of phased battles of some sort of missions. So it looks to me like they really are taking forward that mechanic that they started to introduce in Attila, where we had those sort of semi-quest or chain events, but really taking it to the next level.
Yeah. Yeah, because
So
with
there's a
those,
lot of-
with those in Attila, you came out with a different character with your own choice. So you really had. I quite enjoyed this because it felt like you were really influencing
Yeah.
what you were crafting, which was either like a really good statesman or a really good general.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was it.
So that brings a lot of replayability. So you could play the campaign like multiple times and you get a different outcome.
This is it. And you know, I don't know if it has to be that to get Deathclaw you have to have the prerequisite of Pegasus beforehand, or you can go straight for Deathclaw. I don't know. You know,
Straight for
That you
the
can choose.
Deathclaw grind.
yeah.
And if you really think about it, this would be perfect for the avatar system for online battles.
Yeah. Create your own avatar for back to Shogun 2 all the way for that.
Yeah.
But it does look like they are giving a bit more variation, a bit more customization RPG element to it again, which is good. You know, the fact that you can customize your mounts, your weapons.
Yeah, I can't
And I
give.
think that does it actually then appear? It's in if you give them some sort of gear.
I
gives
really
it a
hope
visual.
that it is like a character, like a model change on the campaign map
I
and
think it
battle map.
does.
I really
I
hope
think
so.
it does. Because the Crown of Sorcery comes
Yeah.
on to Azog. He gets the Crown of Sorcery on his.
Well, I mean,
head,
when
doesn't he?
Colfrans gets Galmaraz, I really hope they give him like a proper
Like the
decent Warhammer, like change from. I guess he'll have a sword before then.
Stick.
yeah.
You start with a wooden stick. and
Just,
gotta
you
work
start
your way
with
up.
stick. Well, then you get a
Just
knife to
like-
sharpen the stick. Do you? You get like a little
Get a
spear.
standard DIY hammer to start with as well. A very standard.
Back.
Oh, no, you just get a voucher for B&Q to start with.
Yeah.
Go to the hardware store. Build your. But also, yeah, on that customization, they showed in that Empire video that you could rename your lords.
Yes.
Yes.
Which I fully expect to see a couple of ramblers wandering around the map.
You shall indeed, sir. There will also be a little lion, probably a warrior,
Little
and,
lion, like it.
little pixie poo.
we can have like you just describe as going to sort of name
Yeah.
it for.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
because they've,
It's a good that's a good perk for like if you did Patreon or something.
that's
Oh,
really
yeah.
cool. We could integrate
Yes.
that interaction. He's on it, on point. But yeah, that level of like, just kind of obviously that isn't your legendary lords. Like Carl Franz is always going to be Carl Franz because
Yes, it's your
that's
lords,
fair.
isn't
But
it?
they've been, when they first kind of announced the whole lords system and the wealth of skills that you could upgrade, because was it 30 levels?
Yeah, 32
skills.
or 30, yeah, 32.
That is so much more than we've seen before, and there's so many different skills and abilities and traits that you can kind of craft and give
Absolutely.
each lord and various like magical items, and they pick up items as well and banners we saw in that green skin.
The banners, yeah, absolutely.
So it just seems like I'm all for that because I really want to get stuck into my character, especially because there's no family tree this time. Although we saw on the Empire, you've still got offices, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, go ahead.
Oh.
I was just gonna say, from like a viewer's point of view or a YouTuber's point of view, I feel like with the Let's Plays that we do today, they always die out towards the end. But maybe with this new setup, with all the the RPG elements and the renaming and you kind of build your own story, and I feel like that would help Let's Plays in general. Like more people would be interested because it's different for like everyone.
Sure, and you got the legendary laws as well from within each faction. So yeah,
Right.
it could be.
Yeah.
It could be different. It'd be interesting to see if you can, like in Napoleon, you can name your regiments. You could do
Oh,
that.
that would be amazing.
Yeah, I like that in
Units,
Empire
maybe.
Napoleon. That was.
Maybe we could name your units. That would be good.
Well, yeah, 'cause
As
I guess
well
I
as
guess
it
you'll be able
was.
to name your armies like they've got in Rome
Oh, yeah,
and
that
Attila,
would-
but
that would-
the individual units, wasn't it? I mean, my Empire Maratha series, I had so many suggestions for like names of regiments. I had one
Yeah.
guy that was really keen on getting a cavalry unit named after his girlfriend. I was like, that's a really bad idea because cavalry, she's gonna die like super quick. But like it's great, yeah, because by now in my campaign, like 64 parts into that Let's Play, there's still those regiments surviving that have survived all the way through, which the whole army is cool, and I like that feature from Attila and Rome too. But it's even better when you've got that individual unit that has, held off hordes of undead or greenskins and lived to fight the day. And you could rename that individual unit to like the Greenskin Crushers or something like that.
Yeah,
Bane
Yeah.
of the Greenskins.
Exactly.
It'd be-
There we go.
it'd be interesting to see if you can sort of bring in that element they've already got from Rome 2 and Attila, where you got the army traditions. I suppose that'd be like a bit like banners, but army traditions, and you can see how your armies have done in terms of how many victories you've attained and how they're coming on in their progression, things like that. So I could have compare that all together would be pretty good actually. Very good.
Yeah, and to be able to customize them too, like give them,
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
colors or whatever. That would be cool.
Yeah.
So I think by and large that's most of the kind of big announcements and blogs that they've released over the last month or so.
Hang on.
Oh, he's got one. He's got one more. I
Hang on.
missed something.
Son Jesse confirmed this one. They've confirmed the next historical total war. Oh no, that was a few months ago, but no. They came out with a blog, didn't they, with it last
Oh,
week?
where they mentioned that there's
Yeah.
going to be a new historical total war, which everyone knew years ago.
Boom. Boom.
Really, I
You
thought
got
they
it,
were just
Rambler.
gonna stop with that.
Yeah, no more
Just
historical
do,
stuff.
like-
Yeah.
Despite them
What?
saying, like, from the past year,
Yeah.
probably more, that they've got a historical team, a Warhammer team, various teams doing different stuff. But no, that was a new announcement, I guess.
Did they say what era and stuff or no?
No, they haven't.
No.
When do you guys reckon we'll start hearing about that? Let's do the date roulette game again.
Okay, do daily react and actual period as well.
Yeah, an actual period, and you guys can take part in this as well in the comment section. So specific date, and year, obviously. If you don't think it's going to be till next year, and which era you think it's going to be, or the full title of the game. I mean, if you get it spot on, that ratio is going to be a huge payout.
Rambler, you start, go on.
No. I want to hear yours.
I'll do. Okay, I'll go first. I reckon. Now I'm probably going to be off with the date, but I reckon they'll announce. I've got to actually check this when EGX is this year, because I reckon they'll.
yeah, that's
I reckon so. The EGX, which is the UK's biggest gaming expo, is between the 22nd and 25th of September this year, 2016. I reckon we'll hear an announcement either at EGX or just before, like a teaser of what the next historical one will going to be. And I always say this all the time. I hope it's Empire 2. I hope it's like a Victoria Total War. I hope it's Total War Victoria. Yeah, I'm done. That's me. That's what I want.
Okay.
Okay, I reckon it might. Oh, maybe Gamescom.
Ooh.
Yeah. What period? Have they said they're not going to go back to medieval? Have they said that?
Well,
I'm doing a 3.
they've been doing a
they
3 for a
won't do
long
medieval
time.
3.
Not for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, what about between medieval and empire? So like
You
a
got
couple of centuries.
You've got like 200 years, so you got like Renaissance.
Yeah, there we go.
You want your Renaissance Total War.
Yeah.
Well, there goes mine.
No, you can join the bandwagon if you want.
Well, I was gonna say they'll probably announce it about 4 months or so after the release of Warhammer. And it like a pike and shot kind of Total War. I would love to see like a ancient China
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
something like that.
Because there's that Three Kingdoms mod for Medieval 2, but that's basically the only Chinese-esque Total War there is right now, I think.
Yeah, tragically, 'cause
well,
it's a very
There's Oriental Empires coming out.
Oh yeah, isn't that by some of like XCA guys?
Iceberg.
Yeah.
That looks interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I guess the technology is kind of there in Attila, where even in the medieval mod, they've got guns and well, at the minute, a pretty crappy cannon, but it works at a very short range.
That's a covering.
Yeah.
Oh, it's bloody awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hits the ground all the time and flying in front of it.
And the catapults are like death. Like they just
Yeah.
destroy everything.
Short it out, Warman.
So yeah, I guess like the technologies. I don't know how they've modded it in there, but if the technology's kind of in there in that engine, then
It's doable.
there might be I reckon that's doable.
I'm thinking early 2017. I'm thinking, yeah.
I think to be fair, you're probably as much as I want it to be EGX, I reckon they might even hold off until next year to.
And I think it'll be starting early.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant that's the time period, like present day.
Future.
I
Slight
think-
future.
Yeah, I think it'll be beginning of probably Queen Victoria's reign. Go to
Good man.
First World War.
I guess because they've got Mitch on the team now, haven't they?
Yeah, he did the Great War mod, didn't he?
Yeah.
And the steam tank is a first tank variation in a Total War game of that kind. So
Apart
could
from
that
tanks there's tanks in the World War One mod.
Yeah, but I mean, as in for a Total
Like
War
official,
game. That's what
like
Total
by
War
devs.
official
Oh, okay.
release game. So you're thinking, well, is this all sort of prerequisite or testing it for what they're looking to do? I mean, again, as well, flying mounts, World War One planes, maybe. I don't know, but that's my speculation. They said in that blog they put it's going to be big, it's going to be out there. And I think they did say in there as well. That's why I said 2017, because they said that it's going to be a long way off it being done. So
I'm all for that though. Take their time.
Yeah.
I mean, if it comes up to be like a cracking like next installment, in the series historically, then yeah, take the time.
Besides, I need a break. I need to just enjoy Warhammer for a bit.
Because that's going to be a trilogy anyway of titles. So
Yeah, I could see World War One potentially, but the only issue with that is the trenches.
how are they going to
Like,
make that work?
does-
Yeah.
That's the fact.
I mean, that would be part of. It'd probably be part of the campaign map where you can build out your own trenches.
Yeah, I guess maybe if you'd been like kind of like the fortified mode, if you'd been standing there or you went into that stance like trench stance, then maybe the battlefield you'd fight in would have trenches that you could start your men deployed in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you'd have to try and shell out the other troops to break their morale, which would force them, rather than like running away, almost to actually like just sound the whistles and go over the top to try and perhaps.
The thing is, it would be a bit of a in-game change halfway through, wouldn't it? Because you say, for example, you're fighting the Crimean War, for example, is that sort of style of tactics, a bit like Napoleonic era, and then you're going straight away to molding it over to a trench warfare sort of style.
I reckon
game in the same game.
I reckon if they do that, they'll do that as perhaps like a follow-on, like a Napoleon to an Empire type Total War, and just focus and do it by like every 2 weeks as your turn time. Because so many things changed on that sort of basis.
Right.
I reckon like maybe if they did do like a Victoria one, it would be like 1838 or 1842 either 1901 when she dies, or
Yes.
1914,
Yeah.
like just on the outbreak of the First World War. Almost that teaser of like, no, warfare hasn't
Again, you had
changed.
it. Zulu Wars. I mean, it was so.
Yeah.
It wasn't very
Charge of the Light
quite
Brigade.
static there. It was, well, that was Crimean, but yeah, you got
Yeah.
the Zulu Wars really sort of stagnant again. I mean, look at Rorke's Drift. That was really stagnant in sort of ways. It's more guerrilla warfare, so different
That'd be-
again.
And then they
cool.
could also do like ancient, like Fertile Crescent kind of factions, like Babylon and stuff.
Yeah, really far back.
But
that
it just, but that doesn't
Ancient
really change
Egypt.
anything.
No, I think
Yeah.
that doesn't really. It's
It
one thing
doesn't
when I've
bring
seen
anything
like,
new.
yeah, that if anything, that strips away more because it's a far
Right.
more basic.
Right.
You've got to cover something fresh, as you said. I mean, you haven't got much choice really.
Yeah.
Because you've covered a lot already.
I still think that
So-
if they did a Medieval 3, it would be huge.
I reckon we'll see Medieval 3, just not for a while.
Because everyone's begging for it.
Yeah.
Medieval 3, do it.
I
Look
reckon
how-
after a while.
Look how popular the Kingdoms mod's been for Attila.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not
Yeah.
even got.
I still get so many comments asking when is it going to be out and when can I
We
get
don't
it.
know, guys.
I don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah.
We do not know.
Actually,
I
talking,
know, but I'm not telling anyone. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
think about like
We were just lucky to get it.
ancient Babylon. There's that is it Age of Bronze?
Age of Bronze.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
mod. Which is you know, that sort of period. You got Troy as well and all that, haven't you? And
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Hittites, Kadesh.
Hittites.
I don't know if Kadesh is the battle, but you got Hittites, Egypt. All that sort of.
It would be a
faction.
cool like DLC for Rome 2 or something.
travel
Rome
back in
2's
time.
Yeah.
No, tell you what. Have you seen Darren's video today?
Yeah, by the people.
The
of-
People of
Population.
Rome, yeah.
People of Rome, yeah.
I mean,
That's
we're starting to get
cool.
new mechanics kind of being brought in, and
Yeah.
which is great. I mean, the thing is, like, we look at like obviously like Apollo, Third Age, for Medieval 2. That game was out what 2007?
Oh, the vanilla Medieval 2?
Yeah,
2006.
2006.
Yeah.
And so like 10 years later, you know, those are the mods that are
Yeah.
still
yeah.
making it in, like, still getting sales for it and things like that, and still making it relevant and current. You know, so it will kind of be interesting, despite it being potentially more restrictive in the engine that it has and more difficult to mod. What mods are around for Rome 2 in a few years'
Yeah.
time? You know, 5
that's
and
the
10
great
years.
thing. That's the great thing about Medieval 2 though. It's just so easy to mod.
Yeah,
It was, wasn't it? So
It's
easy.
text
It's
files.
so easy. Yeah. I really wish they would make it easier to mod. I wish we could mod Warhammer so we could do Lord of the Rings.
yeah.
You know, it's like, come on, it's perfect. You get
Yeah,
flying
because-
flying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
flying mounts. It's the thing is, that's the thing with Attila. It's, you know, we've got this Rise of Mordor mod coming out.
Yeah.
Hopefully, but it's like you can't edit the voices, you can't edit the map.
Yeah, and it
Plus we
really
can't edit
takes
the
it
music.
away. That's
It's
why I
really
still think-
restrictive. Yeah.
Yeah, like Third Age is so great because there's voice, you know. What is that?
If you go, I can't check that on
Clever.
my screen because it'll break the OBS webcam
It's the
windows.
French YouTuber. It's the French YouTuber. Reviath.
There we are.
Came across them.
That is
Call
a
ended.
that's a
It
fantastic
says
one.
call ended on mine.
No, mine's still going.
No?
I've still got you in here.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
still got
The
you.
Warcast will continue. Actually,
But yeah, no.
the
yeah.
Oriental Empires game. Have you guys
Yeah.
seen any of the tweets and stuff going out from a account called Avalon Lords Dawn Rises? They keep posting we declare war on Total War on April 28th. That's when they're releasing
Oh.
their game as well, which is a
Good luck with that.
real-time strategy game with MMO elements. I mean, I think that's a bad idea, but I've seen a couple of the videos from it. Like, it looks kind of hit and miss. It looks like it looks kind of like Stronghold, but on like a more Total War-esque scale.
What's it called?
Avalon Lords. I can't link it to you in the comment section because otherwise I'll lose the lovely formatted windows here. But I
Avalon
can
Lords.
show you guys afterwards.
But seriously, then they're not going to get the traction they need.
But the thing is, though, I'm all for, like, I mean, Oriental Empires. I mean, they've got actual ex-CA devs there. Avalon Lords.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time we actually saw a company try and break into the same sort of area that Total War holds genre was King Arthur.
Yeah, and that was
it had potential, but then like for me it was just like like a souffle.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen games that that came out like a year after Medieval 2.
Yeah.
And they're very similar. I played like a History Channel like Medieval 2 game.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, like this is not even close, and it's newer than Medieval 2. So yeah, nothing compares to the epicness of Total War, but yeah, I agree. They definitely need more competition, so it's less of a monopoly. So they have pressure.
Is good out there, is it? In terms of what it gives.
Yeah, I mean they've clearly got the formula locked down, haven't they?
Oh, it's coming out in early access on April 28th.
Oh, early access. There we go. I don't know about you guys. I am almost completely over early access games.
Yeah.
Because I play the early access, get really in, like for most of the time, get really into them. For a couple of weeks, maybe even months, and then I completely forget about them. And by the time they actually come out, I'm either the game's quite different to what I originally played, and I'm just not interested, or there's a reason why I lost interest and I'm not coming back to it like months down the line.
Yeah, I hope Kingdom Come Deliverance isn't like that, because that needs to start moving now.
That's why, honestly, I haven't bothered like playing the alpha tests and stuff. I know that like that's what I've got, and that's kind of the tier reward level I pledge towards. But I'm kind of like I'm almost like the least I play of it right now, the better it will be for me. I'm hoping because I just want to play the game on launch.
Well, look how much. I was just thinking when we were talking about Medieval 2 then 2006. You didn't get much from the developers, did you? Then you got a trailer, some articles about it, and that was it. And then it came out. But the hype of these games nowadays, they sort of feed it and feed it and feed it because technology and the internet has moved on and things like that. The media has changed, but then it was so much more. There's a lot more mystery about it. And when you got the game, oh god, this is it. But now this beta testing, this alpha testing, you're getting drip fed builds of the game left, right, and center. It takes that appeal away, doesn't it? Really, in a lot of ways. So.
That's even with Warhammer. That's why I'm like, I don't want to look too closely at what they're doing. I want it to be like this. Oh, there's this. This is cool. You know.
Yeah.
It's kind of
yeah. This is new.
Yeah. But back to that Oriental Empires. It does look really, really good. The way they're approaching it. I actually made a video about it. And I don't know when they're going to release it. They said early this year, but it's becoming not early this year. But yeah, it seems like it's like you don't actually fight and control the units. Because when I first thought, I was like, oh, this is like ancient China, and it's the fighting's just like Total War. You control the units and whatnot. But it seems pretty interesting. Do you guys look at any videos of it or anything like that?
Yeah, I've been following it. It's good. It's good. Yeah. It's very good.
I watched a interview of one of the the lead developer, and it was like the most boring interview. Like he was not interested at all. I don't know if you guys heard that interview, but they'd be like, so what exactly? How does the culture work? And he's like, well, like most strategy games, it's just like, oh my god, dude. Like, the hype is unreal.
Yeah. Off the chain.
Like,
calm down the hype, man.
I actually emailed them being like, hey, like, when is this game coming out? They never replied, but...
Well, hopefully it'll be... As you said, it will give a bit of competition, and it will maybe give a different side of the coin of how to approach that sort of genre.
They should probably try and market it a bit more because they've got under 500 people that like their Facebook page.
Yeah. Well, that's why
they need to do more. I guess be actually hyped about their game.
Yeah.
Then maybe the development's being like scales changed completely, so they're not looking to push it that much. Maybe they're spending a lot more time working on it. Perhaps.
Yeah. Well, it was supposed to come out last year, like late last year, but because of the new Steam return system, they delayed it. Yeah.
Oh.
Probably a good idea then.
Yeah.
Steam refunds, first good deed of potentially many.
Yeah. Have you guys heard of Cossack 3?
Cossack 3.
Cossack 3, yeah.
Yeah, that's coming
Yeah,
out
that's good.
around the same time.
I've
as
actually
Warhammer.
replied to a press email about like getting early access to that at some point
Correct.
to
Yeah,
preview
same.
it.
Yeah.
And like
I think we've all got it.
I registered my interest to that, so that looks good. I remember the
Well, we
original
can
ones.
play it, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it come
Multiplayers
from-
on Cossacks, because you can have like thousands and thousands of troops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it's like Age of Empires, but on a huge scale.
Yeah.
That was good.
I think it was a guy called Vlad emailed me. I don't know if it's the same guy as you, but
I think it was someone called Laura.
Yeah,
I got I think that.
I got Vlad.
Vlad,
I'm
eh?
seeing a V, like a Valentine.
My
Vlad?
darling.
Vlad the Valentine.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I'm not sure.
I want to suck your blood.
But how do you guys feel about the Warscape engine? You guys really like?
It needs to change. I think after this game now, I think it's.
No, it's just the
maybe
graphics
that's what
engine.
Yeah,
Modular.
I think it needs to. I think we may see something different in this next historical title. And that's
Yeah,
next time.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting to see how actually before we go like onto some like other games this looking forward to this year, Apollo, from like a multiplayer standpoint, because that is your primary content, like what are you hoping Warhammer delivers for you?
Well, earlier I did mention the Avatar thing, but I don't think they're going down that route. Honestly, if they just allow players to be able to pick certain mounts, in the, when you build your army, and I don't expect the balancing to be perfect because it's pretty hard with all those different creatures and whatnot. And really, I don't want the game to be balanced. I don't know why. I just enjoy when like a faction's not as good.
Just want it to be
more
chaotic and crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Scale.
Yeah.
Scale to it.
Yeah. So as long as it's not complete bare bones like Rome 2, or even worse, Attila, where the online is pretty much dead. Like nobody really plays on that. So I just want something there that makes it have a lot of replayability and a lot of cool maps. Bring balanced maps, those and bigger maps. The maps in the new Total War titles are so small to the point where you've got armies from red line to red line. You can't even flank around. It destroys the strategy. So that's just something I just hate about the newer titles.
Would you ever be up
Like
for
Shogun
seeing...
2. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say, would you ever be up for seeing different game modes online, like King of the Hill or like a return to Free for All and
Free
things
for
like
all,
that?
god damn it! I want fucking
Yeah,
free for all.
Yeah. Yep.
All right,
I
Paul.
would
All
love
right,
to
Paul.
see. There's a lot of things that Total War isn't, even in like Medieval 2 or the older titles that they're so good, but like they're missing out on like you could do like reinforcement games, or they could do like this siege rush game where you have to attack and take the settlement before the reinforcements come to try to stop you. And then the defenders have to hold out until reinforcements. There's a lot of things they can do for online that they're just more focused on the single player.
Yeah, it kind of seems that we've never had like that King of the Hill thing, because especially with Rome, you had the capture points being introduced with like the points counting down, which you had in like Medieval 2 of the timer going a bit down, but this time you actually had physical points.
On the battlefield was awful.
Yeah, but I mean, surely it wouldn't be that difficult to like create a map with a hill in the middle with a capture point that would. I mean, in a way, I don't know if they could talk to the other studio that Sega have. Relic, because with Company of Heroes you have victory points that you hold, and that ticks down slower depending on how many points you have.
They had those on Rome 2, and
Yeah.
everyone hated them, so they took them out.
Yeah, but like as a multiplayer mode, like because it made no sense on regular battles, but if they already had that kind of system in there to make it a fully fleshed out, just different, because you've got the different game modes that when on like Attila you have city assaults, naval assault, land battle, just as a King of the Hill, or like land King of the Hill, I guess, because you wouldn't have a naval King of the Hill. Or you could try and hold a spot in the middle of the ocean, I guess.
Yeah,
Why not?
You can do that, especially with the legendary heroes or whatever. They can get involved as well. Also, you could have like a big city, and all factions spawn inside the city. And it's like this big urban warfare, and you got to capture and take objectives and stuff.
Race to
It's
the
endless.
Certain streets and certain places. So.
Yeah.
race to the
To
council
like
chambers
get
in
more
the center.
reinforcements, you got to go here.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Free for all.
Looks like CA is
King of
just
the Hill.
gonna hire me so I can work on the
Work on the
multiplayer game
multiplayer modes.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
Who's the Buzz Lightyear behind you?
My girlfriend drew that.
awesome.
Are you her Buzz Lightyear?
No, she likes Buzz Lightyear.
Oh.
I'm her Woody.
Point Apollo.
you sitting down
Point Apollo.
today? Apollo.
Really?
No, are you sitting down today?
Oh, I'm sitting down. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you said you seem down. No,
No.
yeah, I am.
Can you
Ah,
move the desk up while
Yeah, you
you're
want me to
talking?
move?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just swish. Look at this.
Good.
Bye bye microphone. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
It was
Apollo.
fun.
We have some of those at work, but they always get booked out really quickly.
Oh,
Look at that.
I want one.
Yeah, they're at IKEA. Do you guys have an IKEA over there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
we
near
do.
you?
We got IKEA. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty pricey, but for the quality, it's top notch. It's so nice.
Yeah. I wanna when I move out to a new place, I'm definitely gonna invest.
They have two different versions. They have like a smaller version. It's like you like crank it up, and it's
Oh.
like I was originally gonna get that because it's like half the price, but then I saw this one. I was like, no.
Just
I'm
imagine
getting
that
this
halfway
one.
through a battle. Sorry, guys. Just gotta crank my desk up.
I think it'd be better recording standing up. I've said this before. I think it's better.
Well, I'm a bit of a hypochondriac, and I like to stand up every once in a while.
When I like
'Cause, you know,
practice,
sittings. Huh?
Bad for
kids.
you.
when I practice like kind of scripts for like videos that I'm putting together or something, I'll stand up and like pace around and come back to the microphone and be like, and so welcome or something like that. Like, so I reckon like standing, yeah, you'd have that like.
Yeah, it's
presence.
almost like you're giving a speech.
Yeah.
To like, yeah. I think it does help me.
Well, it's also you feel more awake when you stand up, don't you? You feel more alert because the blood's flowing more
yeah.
in your body. So I
It's,
think
it's definitely, yeah, you have to get used to it after a while because like my feet would be really sore because sometimes I'd be on my computer for hours, you know, just standing there.
Yeah.
I had to buy a big like mat, you know, like you see at like grocery stores, the cashier will stand on, you know, to help their feet.
Yeah.
So that helps out. But yeah,
I've seen you can get treadmills for some of them, so you can be like
Yes.
working out while you're
Yeah.
standing up,
We
which
can-
that
couldn't
seems
do
pretty
that.
cool.
We have that at work. There's like a walking desk station that
Oh,
you can
nice.
book. Yeah.
That's awesome. I'd love that. Like, I'm not sure how well Let's Plays would work that because you'd probably hear like all that going on. But I can imagine like, hello and welcome everyone, Leonhard here, and I'm doing part 69
Especially
of
if you're
the.
not,
steps.
especially if you're not particularly fit, then you just be like,
Yeah, like
there we
halfway
go.
through, we're gonna do this battle now. Just need some water.
You know, so I was gonna bring up the one issue of having a stand-up desk was like for whatever reason my breathing. Like, you ever do recordings and you focus on your breathing? Like, there's something where like I'm worried that I'm like going too much. Like hey guys, how you doing? You know, I'm so worried about that, and you think about it so much, it makes it worse and worse. So that's something I had to, you know,
Work on.
yeah.
Rambler farts in his recording sometimes.
no, I don't.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
what?
do. You
No,
do.
I don't. You're full of shit, man. That never happens. I never fart on my videos.
That look.
Exactly.
Why do you sometimes just hear me like a little pause and like a doot, and then
No,
I
I
just keep on
think you
talking?
told me. I think you told me.
Oh.
Once. I thought, yeah.
Well, I try and let them out silently, but sometimes it just doesn't work that way.
It
Wait,
erupts.
is that it actually picks up in the mic?
Yeah.
Just rumbles through.
Yeah. Don't tell anyone.
It's like
though.
you hear that rally over there, the rally of the troops.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Is it secret? Is it safe?
It's a natural part of.
Not anymore.
No.
So,
No.
any other games you're looking forward to? Is
I
anyone
haven't kept
anyone
up to track with
bothered
what's
by
happening.
Far Cry Primal?
No.
Nope.
I had an
I got an
offer-
email about that.
Yeah, I got an email.
Yeah. Xbox and PS4.
Yeah.
Not interested.
Yeah.
No, I have neither. So
I've got PS4, but I kind of with that I'd want to play it on PC. But I haven't finished. I haven't even really got stuck into 4 yet. I enjoyed 3, but I
I've
didn't
played
get
any
stuck
of
into
them.
4.
Do we all get the same emails? Do we all get the same?
Probably just like
sort of
the
thing?
same mailing list. It's just send them out to these guys.
I don't.
Um,
I don't know.
what
Maybe
about-
I got that.
where do you think the next Assassin's Creed will be? Because they've pushed back the development time of that now, so it's not annual anymore. They're going to take their time with it a bit more.
Didn't know that.
Well, I guess like it was just people just getting bored of it, weren't they?
Yeah, like
clear,
they're apparently saying they're listening to the fans and saying that they want longer development times. I mean,
They need longer development.
Unity was awful at launch. Syndicate was, in my experience,
Can't
was
bother
actually
with it.
was pretty good. I'm
Took away
quite
multiplayer
enjoying
though
it.
on it.
Yeah, the co-op that they brought
crazy.
in with Unity, which seemed to work really well. I mean, we had loads of fun, like with Ben, the random Ben.
We did, didn't it?
This fucking controls just piss me off.
Needs to spend more time with the controller, bro. Got to master the joystick. Double thumb.
Look,
Keep it on
I'm
vibrate.
fine with my own joystick, mate. It's just.
Half of Canada is a thing.
But yeah, where do you think they'll go next with that?
Prime-
There we go. Yeah. Canada Assassin's Creed.
yeah.
Well,
World
oh, wait,
War
they've
One.
You'd surely be all too friendly and polite about it.
Huh?
Like in Canada. I got to assassinate you, but I'm really sorry about it.
I'm sorry for this, eh?
It's just business.
Oh,
And the person getting killed is like, I'm sorry that you have to do this.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
mean-
I kind of deserve it. I'm really sorry.
They've
Eh?
they've covered a lot of
yeah.
periods.
What about
Where else are they going to go?
China,
World War
Japan.
World War One. Very, very quickly about World War One. Have you heard the rumor about Battlefield 5 being World War One?
Oh, we're going back to like a 1943 sort of thing.
Yeah, but World War One.
Yeah,
like Verdun.
1914, 1918.
Yeah.
Very
Nice.
Yeah.
So I know they were looking to go back to that sort of that period. I didn't know it was World War One. I thought it was do another World War Two sort of era. But that sounds. I'd actually, I'd be up for that because I spent so much time on Call of Duty 2, so much time playing rifle only servers, like just quick hopping out of buildings,
Zombie.
like. Nah, before zombies, none of this zombie crap. No, before it was a simpler time.
No, this is like zombies, not like they made a game mode for.
Oh, like the
zombies.
modded version of it,
Yeah,
like for COD 2
yeah.
and stuff. Oh, right, yeah,
It
yeah.
wasn't modded. It was just like I played at Xbox Live when I played Call of Duty 2, and it was like the Nazis were the zombies, but they were like Nazis. They weren't, and they could only like melee you, and you had like a simple like single shot rifle or a shotgun, and you had to fight them off.
Yeah, no.
You guys ever do that?
Was that in Call of Duty?
Call of Duty 2.
Oh, I remember
good
World
one.
at War. I remember the World at War one.
We had some fun on Mountain Blade. Didn't we, Apollo?
Yeah, that's fun too. Yeah. Isn't the new Mountain Blade coming out?
Bannerlord. One day, who knows?
One day.
He doesn't. Like, I remember talking to one of I think the community guy for it, and I remember asking like, would he be at EGX last year? And he was like, yeah, we'll see how Gamescom goes and stuff. And I was like, okay. They weren't at EGX, but I'm like, I mean, I really don't mind with that if they take their time. I would just some hints of when it might possibly come out, because I just hope that they've spent loads of time really refining it and making it awesome.
Yeah.
Warriors turned into a zombie.
No, they did a bit.
But no ideas for Assassin's Creed.
I said
periods?
World
War One.
The assassination
World
of
War One.
Duke.
Everything's World War One. Yeah.
Japan.
Japan.
Just everything.
Japan.
World War One.
Because in the
Yeah.
there's like comics and stuff that go with it. There's stuff that hints to like Japanese and a World War One. I think it was a Russian sniper or something like that. As an
Japanese
assassin,
Fantastic, actually, samurai sort of, because that is what.
Ninja.
you'd just be a
all that.
ninja, wouldn't it? Wouldn't you? So the ninjas of Japan were Assassin's Creed.
Shadows. Yeah, pretty much.
That's how they'd bring that into the order. Fair play.
Yeah, I don't know. This year's bit pants for games. I don't know about you, but I'm not really hyped about anything.
Honestly, like I don't have time to play.
Isn't that Warhammer games?
Yeah.
Warhammer, obviously, but
Yeah. I only have time to play Total War, really.
Do you
Like,
reckon-
my Xbox One? It's a Netflix box. That's
Do you
what it
reckon
is.
that's more because we're so zoned in on that 28th of
I
April
was gonna
Warhammer
say.
date, and we're just not really
Probably.
like looking
Yeah.
outside of that?
I
I'm just
haven't
gonna say-
had time to look at anything.
yeah, since being a YouTuber, I don't know about you guys. Since being a YouTuber, I actually don't enjoy games as much as it. You know what I mean? Because I'm that busy all the time. I can't sit down and enjoy a game like I used
Do you
to.
keep games aside that you just play, that you don't record,
can't.
you don't stream?
Got time.
Well, it's full-time job, 3 kids. Is it 3 kids now? Yeah, 3 kids. So.
I know it's ridiculous because a lot of people won't relate to this, but I used to play Football Manager. I used to absolutely love it and sit there. I can't even do that anymore. I can't even sit down and enjoy a game like I used to anymore at all.
Yeah. Well,
it's a shame, really.
I'm the same way. Yeah, because you play Total War. It's a pretty you gotta focus, a lot of strategy, and then when you're done, you want to play something casual.
Whoa! You meant to focus strategies? That would explain a lot.
That's true.
But don't get me wrong. I love doing YouTube, so it's a balance, and it's a balance of what you want to do. So it's a choice I made.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I just try and keep like 1 or 2 titles which I just swear off like making content for, just because I need something to escape to. And if anyone ever like Steam messages me while I'm playing them, I'll be like, "Go away! This is my time. This is non-Total War time," which is mainly Dota 2. That's my poison.
People in the chat now. People in the chat now. Warrior, you should keep Total War to casual because you're shit.
I mean, Total War is becoming pretty casual. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
The newer games, but I play like Monopoly Plus on my Xbox One. I'm like, oh, this is so nice.
Bro,
just roll some dice.
No, just gonna go for Mayfair or whatever the American board setup is for that.
Yeah.
Hi. Oh, cheers. Thank you. Thank you.
I love like the mystery door of WarriorofSparta. You never know what's gonna come through it. Like, I would just love if like one day you had like, I don't know, like a full cabaret show, like just come on through and like circle round and.
I had to minimise the screen there as well. You'll see it a bit, Lionheart.
Okay. Right. Well, are we all out of topics? Are we all out of games that we potentially care about besides Warhammer this year?
What do you guys care about in the comments below?
Beautiful. Is that the default Rambler pose, by the way? Because I've seen you pop that a few times.
Vancouver, just like, yeah, girl.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah,
so spicy. What's your digits?
Well, how have you three been? What have you been up? How have your lives been going?
Drugs, sex, rock and roll.
So basically none of the above.
No, I do YouTube and that's it. YouTube, then die. That's my life.
Pretty much the same story over here. Just got a new kitten with the girlfriend.
Oh, you actually got a cat together?
Yeah, well, it's living.
Married now.
It's pretty much. I mean, like just no. I love her dearly. She doesn't watch these. It's fine.
I'll be sure she watches this one.
No. She's wanted to get a kitten for absolutely ages, and we're both kind of saving up to move out at the moment. So she just decided to get the kitten now. So we've kind of got a new kitten that lives at hers. So she has all the picking out all the poop out of the litter box, all that kind of problem. I just get to pick it up and cuddle it when I see it. So
there you go.
Yeah.
The only problem you'll have is if you want to rent a place, especially in England, most places don't like pets.
We're gonna look to buy, probably. We'll go straight in for buying.
Bloody hell!
I've actually very very grown up. I've got a meeting to talk about mortgages next week. Fun times, because that's
sorry, no,
just Apollo. Yeah.
What we're looking at?
The thing that Warrior sent. Sam Ollie is getting absolutely.
I've not even seen that. That's for our post podcast for me. But Apollo, what happened to Apollo?
You're seeing a mortgage advisor.
There's like my bank that I'm with Nationwide. They're holding like an open mortgage advice evening thing. So we got Buzz Lightyear now, guys. We got Buzz Lightyear.
Guys,
what's happened? Have you boosted the desk too high?
I don't know what's going on. I just broke my desk.
Is it stuck? Is it stuck standing up?
It's stuck. Hang on, there's like a safety.
That's the trailer right there. That's the trailer. The boys are back.
Rip me.
What, this in the beginning of the video?
That's just separate trailer, man. Separate trailer. Screw waiting for the Ides of March. This is the real deal.
I gotta transition to stand-up mode.
Stand-up mode.
Yeah, this isn't all the way up. This isn't because I'm like Eh,
You look like you're
over.
like Gollum.
precious.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Wonderful.
I think it unplugged or something. I don't know. IKEA, don't get the desk.
Don't get the desk. Wasn't it like half an hour ago? Guys, get the desk from IKEA. It's great. Yeah, love it.
This is brilliant.
Love it. Well, yeah, mortgages and fun. That's going to be fun explaining to them what I do for a living and why that means I have very unstable, irregular income. It's fun enough doing taxes, so it's gonna be a fun meeting. Gonna have a good time.
Yeah, I'm actually same thing. I'm moving to Orlando, and like I have to convince apartments. You know, it's like
To let you in.
It's like, what do you do for a living? Like, I play video games. You know, like I'm reliable.
I'll pay the rent each
You're a
month. Yeah.
self-employed online content creator.
There you go. That's much better.
Practice that one. Yeah. That's what I do.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. It sounds professional, doesn't it? Yeah, I just play games for fun. Yeah,
That's my
it's good,
friend.
actually, yeah.
That's what I do. Like you go into like a group of friends, you meet someone new, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, go on, tell them what you do." Like, online content. And they go, "No, he plays video games all day." He's like, "Oh, guys, it was going to sound really professional, and you just ruined it." What's he doing?
I fixed it.
Hey.
There we go. All right.
Right, so anything else left to
unplugged.
discuss?
Still quality and unplugged.
I don't think so. I mean, like I think that's it. Now he's sorted himself out. I think we're done.
I know. Good.
Oh, channel of the episode, because it's not exactly
Yes.
like a month. It's been a few months.
We decided to go with Overkill. That is the guy, right?
Yes.
We are doing it. Okay, yeah, we're doing Overkill. So Overkill's channel will be in the description. He's a lovely chap. We met him, Pixelated Paladin, but we met him in back in November in
LA.
Los Angeles. Yeah, very pleasant guy. He's from Newfoundland, so he's a fellow Canadian. Even though I'm not technically
You're
Canadian.
not a fellow.
Like,
I'm
how long?
I'm a temporary resident of Canada.
How
You're
long
a-
until you become Canadian? Like, what's the secret pact? Do you have to like, I don't know, go to the ancient moose circle at like
I
dawn
need
or
to
something like
go
that?
running around. I need to go running around a forest with dad naked, doused in maple syrup, being chased by a bear.
Isn't that what you did last weekend?
That's a daily occurrence nowadays, my friend.
Sticky.
So yes, Overkill does lots of stuff on Total War, as you can tell by the name, the TW at the end. He's doing some Warhammer lore stuff at the minute. What's funny?
There's this thing about TW. I think of something else, but yeah, carry on.
Oh, okay. What's TW?
Total War, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he's doing some Warhammer lore style videos.
Yeah,
He's also a very
they're
big
really good.
Warhammer fan in general. So he was telling me that when he had some spare time in LA, he went and bought some more Warhammer.
Nice.
He did.
Yeah,
Commitment.
yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, he's a huge Warhammer fan. So if you like that kind of stuff, I've recently done a siege battle with him as well.
Awesome.
So
Who won?
yeah, very very pleasant chap.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I played a couple games with him too.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah.
Definitely.
He knows his lore.
Yes, more so than us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Check him out, guys.
Half the time, I don't even know what day it is.
What day is it?
Where am I? What is this? What
Who
is
are you?
today? Is it summer or winter?
It's
I'd probably go to the doctor.
it's spring. Is it spring? No, it's not.
No. It's late winter.
Oh, okay.
Winter is leaving.
Winter
Winter's
is
not coming.
leaving.
I mean, that's a good
February.
lineup for April, though, isn't it? Game of Thrones and Warhammer.
Oh yeah.
In the same freaking week.
Looks
Game
like
of
I'm-
Thrones, I want it.
Just gonna have to record the episodes and watch them later.
Aw.
Yeah.
Why can't you watch them live?
Because I'll be playing Warhammer.
Oh, does it come out? Does this start on the same day?
No, the
Oh.
Monday, the Sunday for you guys in America and Canada probably, and then Monday night for us. So we've got a few days before Warhammer
Okay.
official releases, but we'll get it right. We've already got it.
Are you guys going to be live streaming on release day for Warhammer? Do you?
Yes,
think?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm planning on
Yes.
doing a 24-hour live stream the weekend after release as well.
You're doing
I've
it
got-
on the day though, aren't you?
I'm gonna. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, actually, this is what I thought. Actually, another round of guess the time. What time do you reckon Warhammer's going to come out on the 28th of April? Do you reckon it'll be a midnight release or morning?
Midnight. Yeah.
8
Midnight.
o'clock.
So midnight here, midnight in
So
Canada.
like midnight,
time.
midnight.
Attila time.
The start of the 28th of April.
So which country?
UK, because they're based here. I would have thought that's when they've done it in the past, isn't it?
No, because when Attila came out, it was 8 o'clock in the
Oh, it was
morning.
8 a.m., wasn't it? Yeah, so it would
So
be
it would be midnight for me.
midnight for you. Yeah.
Book a day off.
GG,
Oh,
mate.
yeah, I'm going to be taking the day off work.
So you could be streaming at midnight.
Oh, I could do. I'd have to be pretty quiet though, because I don't want to wake up.
And Apollo, it would be about 4 in the morning, won't it?
Well, looks like I'm waking up early.
Just go to bed at
Get them
9 p.m.
snacks.
and then you'll be fine, or something.
Get some snacks ready to go.
I've already told the kids that they're buggering off. I've already
Good man.
pre-booked Gemma out. And my mum's having the other kids, and Isabel's at school, so I've already
Sorted.
made sure that's all sorted out.
Yeah.
And I've got 2 weeks off on holiday, so...
Yeah, but Bobcat's not allowed to bother me on the 28th. Although I am kind of hiring her on the 30th for the 24-hour stream so she can help look after the chat. Although I think I'm also going to have Moosey set up over there somewhere with his PC.
You know, I'm just going to crash everyone's live stream because everyone seems like they're doing like a 24-hour stream. So I'm just going to get on everyone's and just ruin it for everyone.
Yes. Do it, but DDoS everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
top stuff. What are your Warhammer plans? Bing.
in the comments below.
Interaction.
Knowing my luck, my computer will just blow up. It's like, oh, I just got Warhammer.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
get a
see
new
it
one.
now, this piece of crap down here.
Oh, are you upgrading your anything before?
My graphics card and my wife.
Your wife.
Well, oh, sorry, and just a graphics card. Just a graphics card. GTX 980 Ti.
I got one of them.
Did you want Attila quite well?
Yeah, I can record at 60 frames a second.
Nothing
Nice.
runs Attila
Setting.
well.
This does.
NASA's
Doesn't matter.
Little
computers.
Betsy. Little
Call it Betsy.
Sure, yeah, it's called Betsy.
Everything's Betsy according to him.
I've got actually, how do I find out my system specs? Like on the computer? How do I just
DXDI, isn't it?
Yeah, press the Windows key and
Yeah.
then type in DXD IAG.
Oh, DX Diag text.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have this runs Attila well. So it's a i7 5930K at 3.5 gigahertz. There's 12 CPUs in there. 16 gig of RAM. There's the 980 Ti thing. There's a solid state and there's a normal
Yeah.
hard drive.
I definitely say the 6 core with the hyper threaded to 12 cores is definitely going to help there. The CPU.
Yeah.
the 980 Ti is just like extra overkill, but it's just like just throw more cores at it. Just pick up all the cores and just throw it at it.
So there we go. That's my little
Nice.
system spec.
Tricky.
Right.
Anyway, yeah. So if you want a game that runs PC that runs Attila well, just spend about $3,500 Canadian dollars. I'm now poor. I don't have any money.
Job done. That is equivalent to about £4.50 in UK terms.
Yeah.
You could always run
Really
like
cheap.
a Indiegogo or something. Like, hey,
Well,
I'm
I've paid for it now. So.
Or GoFundMe.
yeah, go fund me. Like,
Why
I'm trying to get a computer.
Well,
help
but,
me.
but I've already bought it, so I.
Well, you can run it just to get your money back.
And lie saying you're going to get it, and then everyone...
Yeah, because I mean, it's not like anyone's gonna like have heard that's your plan beforehand on another video somewhere.
You'll just cut this out.
You couldn't just wait until this video's done, could you? You just had to.
No.
The secret scheming and planning. Well, sounds like we got more scheming and planning to do. But until next time,
I bid you a very, very good day.
Warrior, do your thing.
I'm waiting for Lionheart to say his, because
I'm waiting. No, it's Apollo. He always gets me in the sins thing. Apollo, come back.
Oh,
Do your thing.
I thought we were done. Ciao for now.
No,
Oh.
that's my line.
Ciao for now.
You know, I had a German teacher.
Yeah?
Really big, like she was really big.
Boobs.
Like, no, just like she was really fat. She was hilarious, and she always talks about how she went to Italy, and there was a lot of Italian boys just on a little like mopeds going ciao. It
Ciao.
was so funny.
Ciao bella. Ciao. Well, until next time. Ciao for now.
for now.